This is from Brian Spielbeeler. Just saw him pop up on Twitter. 1,164 football transfers, matriculation commitments this cycle. The top 9 schools, we kind of did it a little bit, but this is 9, includes a school I had not seen before. Tennessee, Kansas, North Carolina. These are the ones leaving. Yeah, the ones have lost the most. Michigan State, 4. Azusa Pacific, 5. Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Michigan, and Temple.
I don't even think Azusa Pacific should be counted in that. I mean, that's a nothing school compared to the other 9 or 8 that are mentioned there. But yeah, I mean, that is interesting. That's just a whole different ballpark, Azusa Pacific recruiting versus Oklahoma, Tennessee. You know, people leave there, they go to another Azusa Pacific type of school. You leave Tennessee, you know, you may go to Michigan, but you may end up at SFA.
Well, you leave Tennessee, and if you're a good player, you wind up at Oklahoma or Alabama.
Exactly,
yeah. You know, I do think it's weird that, like, you say that, like, nobody's, like, if you look at anybody's, you know, rivals profile right now, it wouldn't be Oklahoma, Texas, Michigan State, Tennessee, and Azusa Pacific. No, none of those coaches, if you went to them on your recruiting trip and said, listen, Azusa Pacific is hard after me. Okay, kid.
Yeah, that's kind of wild to see them listed there. But, I mean, I guess I don't know if they've had I don't know anything about them. So I don't know if they've had a coaching change or what.
I bet it's a beautiful campus.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
You are elitist. All right.
You know, Pepperdine's also a beautiful campus, but I don't know if I want to go to school there.
The top 10 most popular destination schools from the transfer portal. Deion Sanders and Jackson State won.
I bet that's all on the up and up, too. You know, he's made a point to do the whole HBCU, you know, thing, and that's obviously, you know, led to 3 or 4 guys that I've seen who would probably end up at a Big 12 or SEC school have instead ended up at Jackson State. You know, we'll see how long he lasts there before maybe, you know, jumping up to the D1 level. But he is, you know, cooking with some grease right now.
Western Kentucky. Number 3, Michigan State. Number 4, Texas State. Their entire roster's loaded with transfers.
Michigan State is also on the other list, so they had to get a bunch of transfers just to be at 85 scholarships. Texas State's had a weird...
well, the coach even who is the coach there? Is it not Pivoto? Is it?
No, it's
he basically said we're just going to start recruiting the transfer portal.
That was not who said that. That was Kleiman from Kansas State who said that.
He said he's going to have 25% or 30% of his. Number 4 or 5, UNC Charlotte, Arizona 6, University of Louisiana. At 7, is that Napier? Not sure if that's Napier or not. Utah, 8, Charlie Brewer's there. Texas has a couple of players there. Western Illinois, and they've been involved in that NCAA, the football championship division.
Spavital is the coach at
Spavital. And North Texas. How about that? That Phil Bennett, you know.
Yeah, that's what I like. By the way, Azusa is just east of Los Angeles. I'm sure.
Some more inland, yeah.
Yeah, it's more inland. It's still a poke from Riverside, I would think, there, Emma. I mean, a little bit.
Sort of, kind of.
Yeah, and so, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a private evangelical university, so I'm not sure why so many people are bailing from Azusa Pacific. But
by the way, this is another note, and this is kind of analytics as well. Spielbeeler negates the argument that portal guys are transferring back home. 69% left the home state for past school. 72% left home state for transfer school. 88% left past school state for transfer.
Yeah, that sounds like a really weak argument somebody who's all for the transfer portal made up to make it sound like it wasn't that big of a deal, when in reality the numbers show that, yeah, your argument holds absolutely no water because it is not showing that guys are going back closer to home. And, I mean, yeah, Charlie Brewer, guess what's closer, Austin to Waco or Utah to Austin? He went farther away, that's for sure. The Texas guys who went to Utah, they went farther away because one of them was from Duncanville. So, yeah, I mean, it's spreading guys out even further. But I don't know. It's something that I think everybody's just kind of gotten used to at this point. It hadn't been the end of, college football. Just I don't think name, image, likeness will be the end of it. It just provides a little bit of a change to the festivities, and I don't know if it's been good or bad. I know Baylor's benefited from it. I know they've also wasted some scholarships on some of these guys with little to no impact. So it's like anything else. It's still recruiting. That's all it really is. It's just recruiting done later on in a guy's process is all it is, really.
Yep. Also, Jeff Goodman reporting that Kevin Samuel played basketball at TCU, big man, has committed to Florida Gulf Coast to play for them.
Enjoy Fort Myers, young man.
When we come back, text line open 254-339-1122. Also update you on a couple of the other stories we had today, including the one on